Welcome to The Local Lens, where we're shining a light on local businesses and organizations right here in our community. I'm your host, Ryan Carson from Artist Haven Media, and today we are interviewing Reverend Gwendolyn Carty from House of Prayer. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So for our viewers who may not know about House of Prayer, can you tell us the story behind it? How did it begin?
Sure. I'm part of the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, and we grow through two ways, either increasing the congregations that are established or planting new churches. And so House of Prayer became a church plant in the eastern side of Connecticut. We have no churches on this side. So I came this way. I was heading to Rhode Island, and Tolland seemed a great place to stop and stay.
Sure.
Very welcoming. So that's how it got started.
Wow. Okay. Well, that definitely worked out.
Yes.
What inspired the name House of Prayer? It just seems so unique.
Well, in the book of Isaiah, around the 56th chapter, it talks about how God wanted to include all people in worship. And around the 7th verse, toward the end, it says, "My house shall be called a house of prayer for all people." And so we want all people, regardless of your background, your status, to feel comfortable worshiping at House of Prayer. So that's where it came from.
Wow. I like that.
Thank you.
That's very inspirational to hear about that.
Yes.
What is the mission of your church?
Well, our mission is to convey the love of God and also to share the gospel. Everybody needs hope. If anything else we need today, it's hope.
Absolutely.
With everything that's happening in the world, hope.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And that's what we want to convey. Yeah.
Okay. And I know you talked a little about the church, but what about you? What's your background and what led you to ministry?
Oh, wow. Now, that's an interesting story. It's not like I sat down with my guidance counselor and went, okay, yes, I want to be the pastor of a church.
Right.
Although there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
But what inspired me was just the way that I grew up. I grew up in a very religious family. So we went to church quite a bit. We've done programs. Some people may remember the various programs where Easter Sunday, you had to do your recitations and things of that nature. And so as a result of that, it became instilled in me until I became one of the Sunday school teachers, one of the leaders in the church. So it never left me.
Right.
And as I continued through school and all these other things, I saw the need for good leadership, good background, and things of that nature. So I have a bachelor's degree in leadership and organizational studies. And the church is basically trying to compel people to come in and worship God. So I went the other way of marketing. Wow. So I have a master's degree in marketing.
Wow.
And so that's why this opportunity was very good for me, just to help advertise the church. And whatnot. And there may be some that'll be like, well, that's not really what. But he said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. And in order to lift them up, you've got to tell people about him. And what's marketing is telling people about a wonderful opportunity.
Right.
So that's my background.
Wow. I always find it fascinating how different roads that we take and where it leads us, but we always end up where we need to be.
Yes.
So that's just pretty cool that you kind of went a different path, but you ended up where you needed to be.
Yes. So
what has been like your favorite part of your role now?
Well,
I know this is not on the list, but
no, that's fine. My favorite part is, and people who are parents can probably relate to this, probably a little deeper, but as a parent, I'm married and we have a daughter. To watch her gain her understanding of God. We can pray for our kids and do all things. And there's things that we want to make sure we instill. Sometimes it's like, was that enough love? Was that enough reprimand? Was that enough of anything?
Right.
And so to watch my daughter build her own relationship with the Lord in the fact that she started to dance, She does
really?
liturgical dance.
Oh, wow.
And now she is leading the youth and young adult at House of Prayer. So
Wow,
to
that's great.
have her that involved in the ministry
Right.
is probably the thing that just and I'm trying not to cry, that touches me the most, to see that your teaching works.
Yes.
So if it works in your house, then it should work in his house. So that's my part right there.
I can somewhat relate to that. I don't have children, not yet, but I was a former teacher.
Yes.
So
Same difference.
yeah, yep. And so I worked in special education, and seeing those children, rise above anything, like whether it was a challenge or just learning something new, it was just so inspirational and just rewarding.
Yeah.
So on that foundational level, I can relate to that.
Yeah. If you've had any interaction with children, whether it was something on a playground or you were responsible or babysitting, things of that nature, when you're able to give of yourself, and then you see that they're able to respond to that, and the love is there and the trust is there and the compassion, it's a good day. It's a good day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there any other like most rewarding moments that you've experienced as a church leader?
Not that I can think of.
No?
It's all centered around making sure that there is some result of your work. Making sure that you are effective.
Yes.
I don't ever want to do anything where I'm not effective, because God is not glorified. There has to be some result or something that says, okay, you did that right, or you did that to the best of your ability. There's so many things where we feel like we fail. It's good to see something where you succeeded.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How does the House of Prayer serve the local community beyond Sunday services?
I like to give back to the community. So a lot of things that I do have to do with food pantries and clothing.
Yep.
Growing up the way that I did, people will pick on you if you don't have certain clothes, if you're trying to find something to eat. And I see a lot of that happening more so than in the past. So I was on the website and I followed the Tolland Chamber of Commerce, and I saw that there are places that have pantries that they need things.
Right.
So I printed it off, and that is going to be the focus. Probably the major evangelistic focus of House of Prayer is giving to food banks, clothings, and things of that nature. Because the cost of stuff is just outrageous.
Absolutely.
It used to be you had to choose between this and medicine, food and medicine. Now you don't even know if you're going to be able to put gas in your vehicle or get where you're going on public transportation.
Right.
So I want to be able to give back, and I also, because half of our congregation right now, we're not a large congregation, but they're youth, they're young adults, and I want them to see us giving back. So that people can understand that we know what it's like.
Absolutely.
And we want to make sure that I can't even imagine, well, actually I can, because it happened to me. You go into the refrigerator and there's nothing to eat.
Right.
We stood in the lines.
Right.
I'm from the 70s. We stood in the lines. We got the bread, we got the cheese, and we stood in the lines. And so now those programs are being replaced or removed. And so people are depending more on food pantries. So I want to make sure that we give to those. And that's going to be probably the majority of our evangelistic efforts.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there in the community that could use assistance like that.
Yeah.
So, and also, as you said, for the youth, you're setting a great example.
Yeah.
And hopefully that would continue on.
I hope so. I want House of Prayer to be around for a long time.
Yeah. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Are there any outreach programs or ministries you're especially passionate about?
There are a couple. One is there's a extravaganza that happens every year in Duncan Park in Hereford.
Oh, okay.
It's a back to school effort, but they're not just giving out school supplies. There's also doctors on there. There's psychologists on there. There's so anything that a child would need to be prepared to go back to school, they have it at this, and it's free. All you have to do is register.
Oh, wow.
And walk in. They give you the tickets for whatever you need. You
Yep.
can get a book bag. Kids can get a book bag for whatever they need for school, and the supplies are in there to at least start them off. There's free haircuts.
Wow.
And whatnot. So
Yeah.
I love to do that. It's August the 25th this year.
Okay.
I believe that's a Tuesday. And so we partner with them, and I'm looking forward to that. And then the other things is any opportunity that we have to serve the community. So that's why I stay on social media. I want to know what's happening and how we can give back. So even if it's a festival,
Right.
you know, to be there, because, you never know when somebody might need prayer, somebody might need somebody to talk to, and things of that nature. Now, we don't have counseling degrees and things of that nature, but sometimes if you can just get it off your chest,
That's true.
just a little release, and
That's
then
true.
you're good to go at that point. So we just want to be there to help. That's all.
Wow. And so what was the date again for that?
I believe that it is August the 25th, and if I'm not right, then I'll send the appropriate date, but I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday, August the 25th,
Okay.
from 9 to 1.
Okay. So we'll make sure to promote that. What is the vision for House of Prayer over the next 5 to 10 years? And it's not like I'm giving a job interview here, but but just out of curiosity, what is the vision? Where do you see it heading to?
Well, first of all, we want a permanent place to be located.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Because we're working temporarily out of the Tolland Rec Center, which is great. Everybody has been great to us, but we'd like a permanent place so that when people have issues and have needs, they can come by, they can stop and talk and share with us. Not that we can handle every crisis and every problem, but we will do our best for those who come to us. So we'd like to have a permanent house. And then we'd like to be able to be a partner with the food pantries and things of that nature. So if the food pantry is closed, then maybe the church is open and people can come by and pick up things, or we can arrange some type of way they can get whatever it is they need. My home church that I came out of is Phillips Metropolitan in Hereford, CME Church in Hereford. And one of the things they would do, and I'm hoping that we can do that as well, is they were, like when it's hot, they were one of the centers where people could come and sit when it's hot, and when it's extremely cold, they were one of the centers. So I'd like to be that here in Tolland so that people can come by. Now, I do work a 9-to-5 job, but we do have people that could break it out and assist where it's needed.
Wow, those are excellent ideas, and it'd be great to see that all come to fruition.
It would be. We're working hard. We're working hard. Yeah.
If someone could remember one thing about House of Prayer from this interview, what would you like that to be?
I would like people to hear the passion and the love and the concern in my voice, because my voice would be House of Prayer's voice. And if they don't remember anything that I said, I want them to know that they are welcomed, they can come, we can pray together, we can watch God do some wonderful and some great things in the lives of people. And we're just open to see the move of God. If anything else, just the move of God.
And where can viewers find information about House of Prayer?
So currently our website and our YouTube page are under construction.
Okay.
But we have an Instagram page. It's House of Prayer CME CT.
Okay.
You can see us there. And if they want to contact us, we have an email address, houseofprayercme@gmail.com. They can contact us there. And then they can just call me, which I'm sure it'll post across the bottom of this interview. They can call me and just talk to me. I don't have a problem talking to anybody. I tell people all the time, I will answer your call. I will respond to your call unless I'm asleep or in a meeting. But other than that, you will get a call back. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes.
Yeah. Before we wrap things up, is there anything else that you would like to add that maybe we didn't touch upon, or anything else?
No, I think you covered everything pretty good. But if people have questions, by all means, they can reach out to us at our email address. And hopefully they'll be able to see the website very, very soon.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And we just want to keep in touch with the community.
That sounds great.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And we encourage everyone to check out House of Prayer. This has been The Local Lens. I'm Ryan Carson, and until next time, keep supporting local.